As a defiant President Biden defends the departure of U.S. troops from Afghanistan, retired Navy SEAL and Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw warns America's longest war is not over.
We began pretending like we ended a war. And I hope nobody's writing a headline that says we ended America's longest war. We ended no wars. We didn't lose a war, we didn't end a war, but we did give up a strategic position in that war, in that fight. It will now be extremely difficult to deter or deny terrorist safe havens.
Well, that man right there, Congressman Dan Crenshaw, joins us live, famously served in Afghanistan. He joins us now with an exclusive announcement. Congressman, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You want to hold the administration accountable for what has happened over the last couple of months leading to yesterday's, okay, it's all over, we're done here. You want to hear from whistleblowers who have firsthand knowledge about what went south, right?
Yeah, exactly. Look, as leading up to this, we've tried everything we could. We tried to get the Biden administration to not engage in such a silly plan, right? We tried to prevent this from happening. That didn't work. As they followed through with it, we tried to get them to fix it. You know, Republicans were on the House floor yesterday asking for unanimous consent that we vote on a bill that would simply demand that the administration give us a plan for getting Americans out, getting our equipment out, and not recognize the Taliban. Right? There was nothing partisan about that at all, but Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats refused to even allow a vote on it. They want no accountability whatsoever. They don't even want to fix the problem or admit that there is a problem. So now we're moving into the accountability phase. That's going to be difficult because, well, we're in the minority. Okay, Democrats are in the majority. They might have some show hearings, but they really have no intention, as I've already shown, of holding this administration accountable. What we've also seen is that Biden tends to throw his own people under the bus, right? Yep. He says, well, the military told me to do this. The intel community never told me that. We've caught him in lies multiple times, and we're wondering what else is there. So this whistleblower page is the exact same one I've been using for the issues in the military and CRT and all that. So it's just at crenshaw.house.gov, where officials from the Department of State, Department of Defense, the intelligence community, they can go and tell us the real story. Okay, tell us what the facts are compared to what the Biden administration is saying. And those facts, whether it's decisions leading up to this or the execution of it. Right. We need to know that's the best way that we can get the right information and actually hold this administration accountable. It's through whistleblowers. It's through people who know the truth on the ground and are tired of being thrown under the bus by their own president.
Sure. So you're saying, hey, whistleblowers, contact my office. Of course, you're talking about people who currently have government jobs. If their bosses found out, can you protect them?
Yes. We've gone through this already with the last whistleblower project that we had. Our offices are able to provide that legal protection. I mean, You can either go through your inspector general or you can go through us. But again, I think this is a better avenue. Hell, go through both. But yes, you are protected legally.
Great.
The president called it an extraordinary success and that evacuations couldn't have been done in a more orderly manner. Listen to this.
The extraordinary success of this mission was due to the incredible skill, bravery, and selfless courage of the United States military. Now some say we should have started mass evacuations sooner. And couldn't this have been done in a more orderly manner? I respectfully disagree.
Wow. He thinks it's an orderly manner. We saw 13 Americans killed. We know Afghans have been killed. We know so many people are being held there. They're scared. They're in hiding, hoping to be rescued. What do you say?
You know, this is a consistent theme, right? Biden will create the worst possible mess and then act like he's a hero as the arsonist tries to put out the fire that they created and left people inside the house. So, you know, a few things. You know, for instance, when he said that the military wanted to stick with the deadline of August 31st, the only reason that is because Biden put them in such an awful position that it was becoming a problem for the protection of the force. And also, Biden didn't even give the military a mission of getting everybody out. It's also worth noting, you could have started mass evacuations earlier, and the Biden administration will say, well, people didn't want to leave. Well, that's because you told them the Taliban would never take over. That's because you told them they'd be fine. But that was never true, and in fact, your intelligence community told you that you had between 2 and 6 months before complete Taliban takeover. So knowing that, they still went through with this. So Biden knew that all of our helicopters, all of our equipment, all of these deadly American weaponry would fall into the hands of the Taliban eventually. They knew this before they pulled out. That is an extremely important fact. And they'll deny it, but they absolutely knew it. Now, they didn't know when, and it ended up being a lot sooner than they thought it would. But the fact that they knew it would happen and continued along this plan is an abomination.
Right.
It's such a dereliction of duty.
And by the way, if he knew it and didn't do it, and the military knew this was happening, they're just as bad. And if they do want to get the word out, they should be going to your whistleblower line, crenshaw.house.gov. Two people off the record spoke up from inside the Biden administration. Quote, I'm absolutely appalled and literally horrified we left America there. That according to Politico. Another one, it was a hostage rescue of thousands and we failed the no-fail mission. This isn't mission accomplished. So maybe they'll put their names to you on your whistleblower account, and then so many people are frustrated
Or they
because
don't have
they're
to put
under
their
the
name.
bus.
It's anonymous.
They are protected, though. That's the key.
Yeah,
All right,
they'll be able
Congressman,
to
thank
come
you very
forward.
much for joining us live. Good luck.
Great to be with y'all.
On your latest mission.